up, Penny Pinterest? I'm not sure if y'all can see me because my camera is struggling. Well, my car mount is struggling. But I am on the way to pick up my baby girl. It is raining. They're doing an early dismissal due to inclement weather. I know we had really bad storms on Monday in my hometown where my mom still lives. They actually had someone that got killed because they lived in like a mobile home, and the mobile home flipped, and the person ended up being killed. So I guess they're taking it really serious, which I don't have any issue with it. But what I do wish is that they would have, because some of the school districts, like in my mom's area, they already gave their early dismissal early this morning before I even left to take my daughter to school. And I really wish that my daughter's school district would have done the same thing, because my job is like 30 minutes away from, well, it's more than 30 minutes away from my daughter's school. So now it puts me at risk because I have to get out in this weather and drive all the way to pick her up. So that kind of sucks, because I could have either A, kept her at home, or I could have B, worked from home. So that just kind of sucks. But I know that I'm covered. God has my back, so I'll be all right. We'll be all right. I ain't worried about it. So I'm going to pick her up, and it's just days like today. It's a reminder as to why you cannot take being a parent lightly. Like, it's so much that goes into being a parent. People think that, oh, you just have your baby and you feed them and burp them and give them diapers and that kind of stuff. But there are days when you're at work, and if something comes up, you may have to pick them up. And there's, it's not like you can say, well, I can't come pick them up. No, you got to come get your kid, unless you want the people to get called on you. So having a kid is not fun and games. It really is. It is a life-altering event, because my life has drastically changed since I had my daughter. But I would not take any moment of it for granted. Like, I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to even be somebody's mama. I never thought I would be. I didn't know if that's what God thought that was something that I should be doing, but obviously God knows what's best for us, and that's why I have my daughter. But yeah, it's just crazy what you got to do as a parent sometimes. So keep that in mind. Any of you that are out here in these streets having you some relations, you might want to get on some birth control, or use some protection. Well, you definitely need to use protection if you ain't married to the man, or woman, because we do not want you getting a disease or anything like that. So make sure you protect yourself until you are married. And if you don't believe in getting married, then if y'all have that understanding, then if you don't want no kids, get you some birth control, because I tell you, kids are not cheap, and kids can cost you money. Because thankfully I have the ability to work from home. But if I was somebody that has a job that requires them to be there, if I didn't have any, if you don't have any personal time or anything like that, you're missing out on money. So just think about all that stuff before you make life-altering decisions. But like my kid, I have to tell y'all the story about this morning. This morning we got up, and I don't even know how we got on this topic, but somehow we got on the topic of what day of the week it was. And I told my daughter, I said, yeah, it's Wednesday. Or maybe she said it was Thursday first. I forgot how it actually came about. So when I told her it was Wednesday, she was like, no, it's not Wednesday. And she was saying that my teacher told me that tomorrow. She said that her teacher told her yesterday that tomorrow was Thursday because of some calendar that they have. I mean, and my daughter legit had a meltdown. When I say she was crying and acting hysterical, oh my God. Like, I told her she cannot act like that. She, for one, is too big to act like that. And then the other thing is that it starts our morning off bad, and we don't want to set the tone for our morning in that kind of way. But by the time, I'll say about maybe 10 minutes before we got ready to leave to take her to school, she was better. She was fine. I talked to her. I told her, remind her that I love her, but she can't act like that. Because I do not do tantrums. I can't handle tantrums. I'm going to have to check you, because I can't do the tantrum thing. And my daughter's sick, so I'm not saying that Well, to me, 6 is too big to have tantrums. That's just my personal opinion. But obviously, that's not true because we have grown people that still have tantrums. But she ain't about to have no tantrum with me because I ain't gonna be able to do it. I can't do the tantrum. So, but like I said, we got her in check, and then I sent her teacher a message this morning because they have this, and maybe all schools have it, but it's like a messaging system where I guess kind of like I am, but it comes through my email. And I was talking back and forth to her teacher, just letting her know, please let my daughter know that today is Wednesday, because she would not believe me. I mean, she still did not believe me even after she got to school, because her teacher told me that she said I had to show Talia that you were right on the calendar, because she still didn't believe me that you were right. And I was like, oh my God. So that just shows me, and it probably shows her teacher as well, how much value children put into what their teachers are telling them. So we want to make sure that we are putting credible teachers in that place to mold the minds of our children. I know that I've seen going around that I guess maybe they're so desperate for teachers, they're saying that they don't need some kind of certification. And I'm like, look, this is my kid. Like, you know, you can't just put anybody in a position to teach. You know, we gotta make sure these people do know what they're doing. And even still, some people that have on paper what they need to be a teacher, they may not be the best teacher. I mean, that's a fact. I mean, we all know that. Even with hairstylists, anybody that has to get a license or a certification to do a job, sometimes they ain't the best at what they do either. So there should be some kind of evaluation component. There needs to be something to make sure that our children are getting the best education possible and these teachers are doing what they need to do. But I am very appreciative of my daughter's teachers, because you know, she's in kindergarten and her teachers have been wonderful. They communicate well with me. And I think the other thing that makes it a difference too is that when you have parents that actually care about their children, and I mean, I hate to say it that way, and I won't say that not all parents care, but they don't. I mean, let's be real. If that wasn't the case, there would not be a child protective custody or a DSS or whatever it's called. We wouldn't need any social services. Yeah, that's right. We wouldn't need any of that stuff. But not all parents are in a position to do what they need to do with their children, which is really sad. But hey, that's just what it is. But we just want to make sure that we are indeed looking out for the best interests of our children, because at the end of the day, like as they always say, they are the future, and they are the future. Sometimes my child, she amazes me at some of the things she says and the things that she'll put together. Like the way her mind works is just interesting. Y'all, please tell me why this truck is following behind me. Like, A, it ain't raining. B, like I ain't in this little bitty Honda Civic. They're in this big humongous diesel truck. I'm gonna need you to bad give me 50 feet, because they are way too close. But anyway, sorry I got off on that tangent, but I just happened to look at my rear view as I was getting ready to make my turn, and this truck was all up on me. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Some people are so reckless in their I guess you can call them selfish, because to me that's selfish. Because not only if you're in a hurry, that's on you, but you should have left early. But you don't ride anybody all in their rear end, because they could easily cause an accident that kills me, and now my kid don't have no mama, and I'm gonna be ready to come back and slap you in your face. But I'm not violent, I promise. But back to what I was saying with my child, she just never ceases to amaze me. Because yesterday we were reading they get these little baggy books that they have to read, and then the baggy books, there are 2 books. So she was reading her baggy book to me yesterday, and she said, Mommy, why are you so captivated by the TV? And I said, huh, Talia, what because I wasn't sure if that's what she said at first. So I said, Talia, what did you just say to me? And she said, why are you so captivated by the TV? And I looked at her, I said, well, what does that mean? What do you mean when you say that? Because I like to know that she actually knows what she's talking about. She said, that means that you were too focused on the TV and not on your daughter. I'm like, oh my God, this child has me feeling like a terrible mom. But somebody, I don't know, I mean, of course it's the gift that God has given her too, but I don't know where she gets this stuff from. She just says the darn, like they said, kids say the darndest thing, and she really does. But yeah, so I'm at her school. Well, I won't say her school, I'm turning down the road now. And I know I had to come get her on Monday because she usually goes to after school care. So I had to come get her on Monday, and when I came Monday, there was a humongous tree that had fallen across the road that I go down to pick her up on. So they've cut that tree down, and I know when I came back through here, what did I come back through here? I came back through here on yesterday, and there was still, it looked like a piece of wire that was still hanging down. So I guess I guess it was safe, because I'm sure they wouldn't just leave that hanging. But it's a bunch of parents here already. So I ain't the only one early. I just wanted to get here early just in case, because you never know what might happen. And I guess this parent is gonna get out their car and go get their kid, because they just done went all around everybody. But this is the lake of the land. Ooh, 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 the school buses are out here. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah. As you can see, I am on the road. Parked by the road. So yeah, so that's what's going on up in here. She's not supposed to get out until 11:30, so I got a little wait. We'll see, we'll see. Anyway, well, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to read, because I have my books with me. So I'm going to read. Let me show you the books I'm reading. Let's see. And I really do want to do, and I said that I'm going to start doing this as one of my content videos. I want to start reviewing books that I would like to recommend you all read, because I'm always talking about you do not have to go broke, or you can even get knowledge for free. Like, you don't always have to go to college, you don't always have to go to classes. Pick yourself up a book and read. I mean, to me it's the cheapest form of gaining new knowledge. But I am reading for the second time, because sometimes when you read stuff, it's like you don't take it all in. So I often will read a book twice. So this book I am reading for the second time. It is a book by someone that I went to Clemson with, and she is a wonderful, wonderful woman. This book is amazing. But the book is called 11 Ways to Jumpstart Your Thinking, and it's by the lovely Jaquetta P. Gilbert. She is on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I will try. Well, I'll remember to be sure to include her her contact information, not contact information, but her information for her social media outlets or platforms. So I'll be sure to include that. But this book is really good. The thing I like about it is that at the end of each, I'm trying to find one. Okay. So at the end of each chapter, there is a self-check guide, and then there's also like a call to action. So it's, not only are you reading, but it's having you do something. So the thing I like about it too is that it just makes sure you are being accountable. Like, it's another way to hold you accountable, because you can read a book, but when you see something that's asking you to do something, you're probably more inclined to actually take the information that you've received and do something with it. Because that's one thing about people. They will go to all types of conferences and, I'm sorry, I was snorting. My nose was clogged up feeling. But people will go to all sorts of conferences and summits and things like that. But they'll hear all this information and it sounds so good, but they won't do anything with it. And like books like this that actually have these call to actions or things like that, they force you to do what you need to do. I am trying to find my daughter's hang tag. Oh, here it is. But yeah, they force you to actually do what you need to do. I have to have this hang tag on my mirror in order to pick up my daughter, so I was about to go in panic mode because I didn't have it. Well, I thought I didn't have it, and I always keep it in the back of my seat so I keep up with it. But excuse me, yeah. So definitely pick up this book. And then the other book that I'm reading, and I have not read this book yet, but it is called Interfaith Leadership. It is by Eboo Patel. He is the founder and president of Interfaith Youth Corps. I had the pleasure of meeting him when he came to Clemson University, He is amazing. He has a lot of swag, and he's not only does he have swag, but he's very educated. Like, it's nice to talk to somebody that they're very smart, but they're cool too. You know, that's just like when it comes to Christianity or whatever your religious belief may be. You know, some people it's hard to even talk to them because they I don't know, like they talk way above your head. And sometimes when you're dealing with people, you have to get on their level. We're not all on the same level, so you may have to, take it down just a teeny tiny bit. So this guy Ibu is amazing though. He is on Twitter, at Ibu Patel. So if you want to follow him, and it's Ibu, like EBOO. Patel, Patel. So I'm looking forward to reading this book because I am interested in how do you interact with people from religious backgrounds. I think the issue is a lot of times, some people feel that if somebody doesn't have the same beliefs as them, then you can't even talk to them. But I always feel like, regardless of what someone's belief system is, there should be some kind of common thing that connects us all. And maybe we're all still trying to figure out exactly what it is, but I'm sure regardless of what someone's religious beliefs are, we can connect some sort of way. We all may share the common thread about caring for each other, or loving on each other. Like, it's something that connects us, and that is why I did attend this conference. I got a little paranoid because I thought I heard some rumbling. Oh. I believe I do hear rumbling. But yeah, I'm over here paranoid because we actually did have some tornadoes that touched down in our area. So, I don't play around with it. If I need to get out my car and run into the school, I am going to do that. And I'm going to have to leave y'all hanging because I have to save myself. But, yeah, so Ibu, back to Ibu though. So definitely check out this book. He actually sent these books to me and he signed them. He has, is it 3 books? I think he has 3 books. I have to tell y'all about the other books when I get back home, because I can't remember the name of the other books off the top of my head. But the other thing about Ibu too is that he does these huge like youth corps summit situations in Atlanta, and I think he does one in Chicago as well. And I know the one in Atlanta was in January, like towards the end of January. And I can't remember. I think the one in Chicago they do it during August. So, but yeah. So let me quit blabbering on about this, and I'm gonna get into reading this book before I have to get my kids. And I'll probably touch base with y'all later, because I do have to, when I get home, I gotta clock back in and go back to work. So I don't know if I'll get to talk to y'all again. So I guess in case I do not, I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. So as always, thank you guys for supporting me. If you want to follow me on Instagram, hit me up at Finances and Beyond. If you want to follow me on YouTube, check me out at The Penny Pinching Boss. If you want to check me out on Twitter, you can check me out at Finances N, the letter N, Beyond. And then, did I say Facebook at Finances and Beyond? I can't remember if I said that. And then, Instagram at The Penny Pinching Boss. So I think I got them all. So that's Instagram at The Penny Pinching Boss, Facebook at Finances and Beyond, and Twitter, Finances and Beyond. So that's Finances, the letter N, Beyond. And then YouTube at The Penny Pinching Boss. So I think I got them all. But it's The Penny Pinching Boss signing off, you guys. If you're dealing with this bad weather today, be careful, stay out these streets, and take cover when you need to. Alright, you guys be blessed.